Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late November 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes into the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Aquarians, please? Aquarius gang. What energies, messages, insights can we take a peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius. Oh, the deck is already trying to jump out of my hands. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What's the vibe? What do we got for our good friends today? For late November, early Sag season. We're getting closer and closer to Aquarius season, my good friends. There we go. Beautiful. So I've been seeing this card, or energy, not this exact card, but I've been seeing a very similar vibe throughout all the air and fire signs this week. And you see that person, looks like they're a little sleepy, right? They're going to take a little nap or snooze. They're in their pajamas. This can be a nice relaxing chill type of card, which some of you, maybe that's what you need. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So we see this person. The imagery is interesting to me. They're sitting there, they're wearing their PJs, they have a sleep cap on. There's all sorts of nonsensical things happening around here. There's literal dream catchers and clouds behind them. So to me, it does represent the dream state or dreamland for a lot of Aquarians in this time, whether you have an interest in deep state meditation. Maybe some of you are just having some funky dreams. Maybe some of you are having issues sleeping. You see how it could really apply to a whole bunch of different things. But as I said earlier when this first card came up, like maybe some of you might need a little break. You might need a rest from something. Time to recuperate, recharge the batteries. This can be a very good card. But where it comes to the challenge of all this dreaminess, it could show itself in the way of overthinking or over imagining something. So there could be certain things where you might be thinking about it a little too much, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But it's showing up here prevalently in a lot of people's minds. So I think a lot of people are in the same boat. So we're going to leave it at that for now. Let's see what tarot has. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get your 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. Shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Aquarians. What's happening? And yeah, while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled The Massive Change, and the big vibe I was picking up was that like some sort of energy is building underneath the surface, and some area of life is about to go through a major transformation. Okay, which also makes sense when you think about what's going on astrologically. If you're a person that has major Aquarius placements, Pluto just went into Aquarius. It's going to be there for like 15 years or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but people with major Aquarius placements are going to be experiencing tons of transformation in the long term, but I felt it more short term. So let's see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for my Aquarians. What's happening in late November? Nice and quick. Okay. Maybe some change for the better. We're starting here with the Ace of Pentacles. That's one of my favorite cards. I'm get it tucked in right there by that chunk of amethyst. Let's get a couple more out here for you. I like that Ace of Pentacles. Like, to me, it's getting me pretty optimistic. Okay. 7 of Swords, different vibe here. Now, this doesn't have to be a bad thing. Just be very cautious with your money in this time, or anything financial. Let's get one more. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Be cautious financially. I don't know why I'm giving that initially. You know, I usually don't go intuitive just yet, but with the 4 of Pentacles here, I feel like I need to tell you all that. Now, that could really come in a whole bunch of different ways, but I feel like I just need to give that warning to a lot of the people in the Aquarius collective. Just be careful with your money, how you're using it, or what you're putting it into. Let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out, though. Before we do, right here at first look, first glance, a lot of this does seem tied like to financial and to career and stuff like that. Now it can show for personal relationships as well, and we will talk about it. But notice we have these two strong pentacle cards right here on the extremes. We have the Seven of Swords in the middle, where this card can kind of represent like a thief, and now this one could represent holding on to it. That's why I feel like this is a clear-cut big warning for a lot of Aquarians. Just be very cautious with your money, how you spend it, who you trust it with, stuff like that. I don't know why I'm being drawn to give that message right now, but let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, because I feel like there could be really good things here, but at the same time, I'm very cautious about what's happening in the back end of your spread. So position number one, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Now, I always say all aces, they represent offers, they represent opportunities. So when this one shows up, especially in the upright, it's like, whoa, you see the universe handing over that pentacle. It's like, whoa, this is a golden opportunity. I would be silly if I didn't take this opportunity. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. It could be genuine. When we talk about the potential of aces, they all have great potential. For some of you, this ace could just represent talking, communicating a message of some sort. So we really don't have to ride that message of finance alone. If it's interpersonal, this is some sort of communication or talk or message. But at the same time, I'm getting a strong tie to the financial or career things for a lot of you this week. But we're not just going to live there. I'll give you all the different messages. What's a challenge of an ace? It's not guaranteed, right? That's a big thing with all aces, because this energy isn't fully developed just yet. So it has potential to really go up. It has the potential to wither a little bit when we see this Ace of Pentacles. Now, again, I feel there's a silver lining here. There's a lot of good stuff within this reading, but we'll see what that Ace of Pentacles is. And watch out for false opportunity as well. I feel like I have to give that, especially with the card that's coming up next. And I think if you're not familiar with tarot, when I start explaining these next two cards, it's going to start clicking and making sense for you. But position number two, we have the Seven of Swords. And we see this individual there with the fez, and it looks like they're making away with all those swords. Now, this card does have a lot of very important warnings attached to it. Okay, so when we see this card, I don't want to just pour too much negativity into a reading. You know, that's not my style. It's not my flow. So I'll give you the positives of this. It could just represent mystery. I'll give you the challenges next. But the positives of the Seven of Swords, it just represents mystery, the unexpected, the surprising, the unknown, something that's just outside of our vision. So it could represent information that we don't quite know yet, or a situation that hasn't arisen. In its roughest sense, this could represent an individual that is not trustworthy. This could represent thieves, liars, manipulators. So you see what I'm saying here? When I see this card, it's like, just, you need to be very cautious. Whether it's about a person, whether it's with your money, there is a need to be a little cautious here when the Seven of Swords is in the mix. And you know I'm always going to be real with you, whatever I'm feeling. So we'll see what that's about. But what makes it even more interesting is after we have the Seven of Swords, we're moving over to the Four of Pentacles. Now, you see what this person is doing. What are they doing? They're holding on to those pentacles. They're clasping onto them. They're not letting go. In the financial sense, this represents saving. This is a card of investing, putting money into certain things. So you see what I'm saying here? Like, just be very, very cautious with where you're putting your money and what you're doing with it. Spirit could be asking you to stack your money a little bit when this card is here as well. When it gets into the interpersonal aspects of the Four of Pentacles, that's where it can really start taking on challenges, because it could represent someone that's a little grudgy, somebody that's not letting something go. There could be someone holding on to some really rough feelings, or feelings in general, when this card is here. So again, there's positives with the Four of Pentacles, because it's like, all right, well, I have this opportunity, I'm not letting it go. There's a lot happening, but I feel like there are some important or serious warnings in here for you as well. So just be cautious, specifically in the realm of finance and career in this time. But let's dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. Let's get a good shuffle here. What's going on, my Aquarians? Yeah, something might not be all it seems. Like, this is making me very, very skeptical. And if you watch me on a regular basis, you know I don't ever start talking at this point. But let's go through. And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. So what's going on that Ace of Pentacles? And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get this Ace of Pentacles going. Why is it here? Cool. Something looks great. Initially, something looks and feels amazing here. Okay, so what I'm hoping is that we have two potential possibilities where it's like, okay, well, this one is genuine. This looks great. This looks fantastic. Still need to go through the rest of it. But we have the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. Very stable. Now, this could tie into things like home, living situation, real estate, family, anything along those lines. So I'm trying my best not to get too into business and investment stuff here, Aquarius. But at the same time, it's celebratory, it's happy, it's stable. So when I see the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, it's like, okay, there is something here that looks very genuine. There is something here that looks nice. Like, this feels good. This is legit. But I don't think, like, there could be other things attached to it. We're just going to have to see. This is a very peculiar spread in reading you're getting this week. Okay, so hopefully it's not too specific for some people. I mean, the Four of Wands is great, though. And again, it's the 1111 card. It's the universe giving you signs, synchronicities, and omens. So whereas I did say you need to be very cautious in this time, whether it is with money or whether it's with other people too, who you're connecting yourself with. When I see the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, this is great. And I would say, at least at first glance, something looks perfect. It's like everything looks like it's in order. This looks awesome. It's like a can't lose situation. So I'm liking this portion, but I feel like we really need to keep pressing further to get the rest of the details. Just to also mention, we have the 1111 card. We have an ace, which is a 1, Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Now we're getting repeating number signs and synchronicities. Like, this is powerful stuff. So let's go in on the Seven of Swords, see what that's about. Then we'll get over to that Four of Pentacles, because things seem in order, at least from the outside. But let's go in on that Seven of Swords. Thank you. King of Wands in reverse. See, I'm just not a fan of that. I'm just not a fan of that. Just be, like I said, I do feel like this is an important or serious warning in this time. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is, aside like finance, work, interpersonal connections and relationships, slow and steady. Don't do anything too impulsive. You got to be very, very cautious and calculated. I don't know why the energy is coming through the way it is, Aquarius. So especially within the next few days, I think it's very important to use that real strong Aquarian logic that you were all known for. The King of Wands in reverse, he's not doing anything, right? Usually, if he was in the upright, he's making action, he's making moves, he's doing all sorts of stuff. When he's in reverse, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's something you're not seeing. When I see the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse, it's like, no, no, not yet, not yet. There's something you're not seeing. Okay, and that's the main warning I'm picking up here. So whether it is in regards to the finance, like I said, or whether it is interpersonal, where it's like, yeah, that looks great, but I feel like there's something that's not shown itself just yet. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. I mean, this is probably one of the more unique readings I've done for you in quite a while, my friends. Usually your energies, they come through straightforward, to the point. It is what it is. We got a good energy. We got a rough one. It doesn't matter. This one, it's like, yeah, no, it looks good, but you need to hold off. You need to be cautious. Like, there's something you're not seeing. Let's keep moving over to the Four of Pentacles. See what's up with that. Don't rush into anything. Don't rush into anything in the coming days and weeks, that's for sure. Especially this back end portion of November leading into December. Caution. What's going on that Four of Pentacles? Okay. Yep, nope, don't do it. There is something that is not advised to do, or that you would be well advised to not do when I see this, okay? I mean, this could show up in another way. It's like history repeating. So for some Aquarians in this time, there could be some sort of history repeating as well. So take that for whatever it's worth, whether it is like a person returning or just something similar to what you've been through. It's like, all right, here we go again. We're repeating history in one way or another. But when I see the Four of Pentacles with the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like, no, 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 don't do anything yet. Like, you just wait and see. Like, yeah, it might look great, but all signs are pointing to you just being extremely cautious. So again, this could really manifest itself in a lot of different ways. I know there's tons of Aquariuses out there dealing with all sorts of different things. And listen, not all the energy is bad here. There is some really good positive energy showing, at least initially. But at the same time, you got to be cautious in this time, whether it is with your money, whether it is with the people you're connected to, whether it is the plans you want to put out there or things you want to start doing. I feel like right now, the best action is no action. And you just wait a minute. Just wait a minute, give it a minute, or give it a little time, and then proceed forward. I mean, like I mentioned, it could be various different areas of life, but this all makes me very uneasy. I'm being honest with you. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Again, I'm not a fear monger. You know this if you watch me on a regular basis, but there's just something that's not shown itself yet, or there's just some aspect you're not seeing. Let's go through. Position number 1, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Wands in the upright. Things look great, look amazing. For some of you, this could be an area of life that's going great. Awesome. I wish that for all of you. But at the same time, as we move through the reading, there's more and more like red flags where it's like, oh, what's this? What's this? Moving to the center, the Seven of Swords with the King of Wands in reverse, you really got to just take your time. That's an important or serious warning here, regardless of what area of life like you're in right now. Even though we saw like the change building up last week, I feel like a wait and see approach is the best. Okay, moving to the back end, we have the Four of Pentacles with the Six of Swords in reverse, and I was getting this vibe of like, here we go again, like history repeating itself in one way or another. Either that, or it just reiterating what we already saw here on the front. So take from this what you will, Aquarius. Remember, you have free will. You could do whatever it is you wish. But with the energy I'm seeing here this week, it's like, okay, you might want to think twice about something or just wait a minute, hold off. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Let's get a good shuffle here. What's happening for my Aquarians, please? What is going on? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What's up? What is in the shadows for Aquarius, please? There we go. Thank you. Three of Wands, and this fits the theme of what we've been seeing. Like the time for something is close. Okay, like the time for something is close. Like whatever it is that you may be wanting to do, or whatever way you want the energy to go, the time is coming. It's coming soon. Because this Three of Wands is a card of manifesting or something being just within reach, but not yet. Like there is an energy where it's like just business as usual for now. Don't do anything too wild right now. Just let the energy do what it does. Like, so when I see the Three of Wands as the shadow card, it just reiterates even more the energies that I was seeing within the reading itself. Now is the time to just keep business as usual and don't do anything too out of character. Okay, so whether that is financial or interpersonal, you name it, something's coming. The time for it is soon. It will be upon us, but that time is not quite yet. Something is still building up. So that's the main vibe I'm picking up here, Aquarius. Interesting reading to say the least this week. But we'll put that Three of Wands right there. Don't be impatient either. There's something here about impatience. Let's just leave it at that. I'm continuing to get messages here, but that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar and book one on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the November subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my all-time favorite decks, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards, which one do you feel is the most misunderstood? And if you're new to tarot completely, which one do you have a little trouble with understanding its meaning? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.